When battle conditions in the Delta required a unit to conduct secret operations behind enemy lines and beyond the protection of PBRs and Seawolves, the U.S. Navy called upon its Special Warfare Commandos, the SEALs. Experts in combat at sea, in the air, and on the land, the SEALs were amongst the most effective U.S. fighting men throughout Southeast Asia. The waters and the mud of the Mekong River Delta made the movement of U.S. ground troops extremely difficult. The SEALs were highly trained to survive in the most formidable of these conditions and to endure any physical or psychological hardships which they knew could happen at any moment. The Rung Sat swamp marsh of the Delta was a deadly Vietcong guerrilla stronghold. It was therefore a natural battlefield for the SEALs with their special skills. Using their highly developed deception and combat capabilities, SEAL units would either quietly avoid, or if need be, take out guards, then infiltrate the objective and carry out their mission, which on any given day might be intelligence gathering, kidnapping of key Vietcong guerrillas, sabotage of Vietcong facilities, or rescuing trapped U.S. personnel. Not far from this SEAL operation, the engagement between the Vietcong and our PBRs increases in intensity. Despite the Seawolves' aerial firepower, the Vietcong fearlessly direct their small arms weapons skyward. One well-placed Vietcong bullet which hits the helicopter's engine, flight control linkages, or fuel tank can send it and the crew plummeting to the ground below, trapped behind enemy lines. The downing of a Seawolf brings about a quick retaliatory reaction from the PBRs. Although involved in an all-consuming battle of their own, a PBR radio operator immediately alerts the SEALs to the vicinity of the crash site so the survivors do not become prisoners of the Vietcong. The SEALs find the Seawolf's crew before the Vietcong do, but some members are severely injured and cannot be easily moved. The PBRs call in an airstrike to stop the advancing Vietcong. The Navy's Douglas A-1 Skyraider was perfect for this close air support mission. Although seeming somewhat out of date when seen sharing carrier deck space with the more sleek and sophisticated jets, the A-1's heavy weapons load of rockets and bombs, all-weather flight capability, and basic dependable ruggedness earned it an illustrious career, not only with the Navy, but also with the U.S. and Vietnamese Air Forces as well. The A-1's tight and easy maneuverability, combined with a long loiter time, allowed the Skyraider the luxury of carefully selecting its targets. The aviator could then safely drop ordnance to within 50 feet of friendlies, which is just what the PBRs and SEALs need right now. The rescue and medical treatment of downed soldiers has always been a high priority of the U.S. military. This is one major factor why the American soldier has been and continues to be so effective in battle. A mobile riverine force search and destroy mission, such as the one presented here, was the Navy's primary response to the ever-present but invisible Vietcong guerrillas operating in the Mekong River Delta. Requiring expertly trained men and special equipment, the Navy was successful in preventing the Vietcong from using the waterways and canals freely. This engagement was typical of the countless Delta engagements which occurred throughout the years of the Vietnam conflict. A lone firefight is but a small footnote in the long history of a war, but each is certain to be forever remembered by the soldiers who fought in them.